Imagine a metropolis unlike any other, surrounded by a dazzling oasis and a wide desert. This is Timbuktu, a famed African city renowned for wisdom rather than for its soaring buildings or hopping marketplaces. For many years, Timbuktu was a thriving academic hub where academics from all over the continent came to study, publish, and exchange ideas. Its libraries were brimming with manuscripts on each topic under the sun, making it an intellectual haven in the middle of the Sahara. However, knowledge may be a delicate flame. We're going to meet a wonderful man today, one who risked everything to dedicate his life to preserving that spark. Ahmed Baba is the man behind this narrative, which is one of bravery, tenacity, and the eternal value of education. Ahmed Baba wasn't just born in Timbuktu, he was born into its very soul. Imagine him as a small child, encircled by the hushed murmur of academics in crowded mosques and filled with the heady aroma of old manuscripts. Not only was Timbuktu his home, but it was also his playground, his classroom, his entire universe. And Ahmed Baba, full of curiosity, accepted that world. He was hungry for education and would not settle for simply playing games from his youth. He was a voracious reader from an early age, learning from his father, a well-respected scholar in his own right, and from well-known instructors such as Ahmed Baba. The study of Islamic law, history, and literature was all permissible. Ahmed Baba had a mind like a sponge, always ready to take in all the information that was available to him. Ahmed Baba lived through Timbuktu's heyday and was more than simply a student there. The city was a hive of intellectual activity. Imagine vibrant markets where merchants peddling spices are surrounded by experts engaged in philosophical debates. Sankore madrasas, sometimes referred to as universities, were hubs of study, with students reciting scripturae in their courtyards with a rhythmic chant. The real riches of Timbuktu, however, were not gold or gems. The libraries were those. A startling quantity of manuscripts were kept in opulent public and private collections. These were not simply worn-out books. Rather, they were windows into the past, containing literary masterpieces, scientific advancements, and the wisdom of long-gone civilizations. Not only was Timbuktu a city, but it was also a huge library, the world's greatest collection of information. But Timbuktu's brightness drew a sinister force, like moths are drawn to blazing flames. The Saadi army, a brutal force thirsty for bloodshed and dominance, advanced from the north. They broke the calm life of Timbuktu in 1591, coming down on the city like a sandstorm. It was an aggressive and quick invasion. The once vibrant streets were now covered with blood, and the smoke from burning buildings filled the air. The beautiful libraries were looted or destroyed, those priceless stores of information. The results of centuries of study, priceless manuscripts, were lost forever or dispersed. Once a lighthouse of knowledge, Timbuktu was engulfed in darkness. The intellectuals who had dedicated their whole lives to learning now had to make the horrifying decision to either work with the invaders or risk being persecuted. But amidst the devastation, a single flame of defiance still flickered. Enter Ahmed Baba, the scholar we introduced earlier. Unlike others who sought to appease the invaders, Ahmed Baba refused to bow his head. He was determined not to compromise his hometown, his roots, or the information he cherished. Ahmed Baba bravely stood his ground and started defending Timbuktu's intellectual heritage. He put his life in danger to smugly priceless manuscripts out of the Saadi troops' reach. He knew the true value of these texts wasn't the gold they might be bound in, but the knowledge they contained. However, Ahmed Baba's defiance came at a steep price. The Saadi rulers saw him as a symbol of resistance and made him an example. He suffered separation from his family and his life's work, was banished from his beloved Timbuktu, and left to fend for himself in the hostile desert. But Ahmed Baba's spirit never wavered, not even in exile. His thirst for knowledge and his dedication to scholarship never faltered. Ahmed Baba made an indisputable contribution to the preservation of African and Islamic knowledge, despite the trials he faced. His preserved documents served as a seed for the next generations of academics. His commitment guaranteed that Timbuktu's rich intellectual legacy would not be entirely lost. After being exiled for years, Ahmed Baba ultimately returned to a devastated Timbuktu. He returned as a ray of optimism rather than a broken man. He spent his last years working toward this goal, hoping to spark the city's intellectual life again and inspire a new generation of academics to rise from the ashes. The influence of Ahmed Baba goes well beyond the boundaries of Timbuktu. He is a representation of the eternal value of learning and the steadfast spirit of research. His narrative serves as a reminder that knowledge has the capacity to restore and heal, even in the most difficult circumstances, and that the torch of learning can be maintained. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.